Now I want to show you the difference between what a good paint job can do for your mental well-being and what the difference can be. Up here, I've repainted this white up in here. This was the area that we talked about with the normal gaps and everything. And you can see there's a little, there's a little tiny place that fix up there, but there is no gaps at all. And then I'll give you the tip of the day too. I've started to paint. My wife always has to put shit up to stop me from my work. Fucking bitch. This, I've just painted this right here. This has got 2 coats on it. This wall right here. Now it's hard to see the walls, and this one only has 1 coat on it. You can see the light and the dark spots up here. But what I wanted to show you is if we look outside and it's really nice out, I like to paint when there's no one here to be extremely negative to explain how worthless all my work is. So anyone out there, just never get married, ever. But if we look over here on the right side of the house where the ribs are, you can see the new paint and how the light works with it. Now remember, when a person paints and you live in a house 24 hours a day, your paint has to be feng shui, or I believe it's Chinese for harmony. You know, and I know that sounds like a lot of Eastern mumbo jumbo bullshit, but it's true. If you look at the white over here, suppose you wake up and you see all this beautiful white, or suppose you wake up and you see this standard stock yellowed white paint job. And the darker the paint, usually the darker your mood. And then you can see the beautiful white over here. You walk in here and you go, oh, I just feel better. And that's the whole thing about living in a house with harmony. If you live in a place you don't like and it just bothers you, then you won't like it and you will not want to be there. Okay, now here's my tip for the day. A lot of people go into a 50,000 square foot paint store and they get themselves a little tiny paint chip and they look at it. And you're looking at it through fluorescent lights and you say, God, that's perfect, I got to take it home. Except the problem is that suppose you get some beautiful pink that you want to paint your daughter's house, like that color pink. Okay, you take it home and you paint your daughter's room on her house. But it turns out to be that color pink. And you notice how it gets darker and brighter and brighter and darker, that color pink, as the space gets smaller. And as the space gets larger, the pink gets lighter. All rooms are usually 10 by 10, 12 by 12, unless you're really rich. And the smaller the room, the darker the color, it will get even darker. So this is my tip for the day. If any of you ladies want to buy pink for your daughters, say pink or any of these colors right here. You want to get this bottom color pink right here. It's just the most beautiful color you've ever seen. Right here, look on a paint chip catalog in the store and get 2, not 1, but 2 paint colors lighter, okay? Because you want your paint color to go on looking like this. You do not want it to go on like this and turn out like this color. Why? Because you got all this beautiful light and now you're putting all that beautiful light pink color in a small room. And the small room will make it dark. And if you make it too dark, all of a sudden you say to yourself, I don't like being in here. Matter of fact, when I look at my white up here, that's the tip of the day. I look at my white up here, I would rather be in this room right here with this beautiful white shining on me for some reason. It could be ephemeral, it could be some effervescence. No, I don't think so. But I like this color right here rather than this color white. Another thing is I'm taking this, maybe my kids one day will look at this and say, you know, Dad wasn't such a worthless a worthless asshole after all. But that's what happens when you have a 16-year-old mouthy teenager who knows everything. And a 9-year-old beautiful daughter that is just like her mother. Or is going to be. So here is the difference. We have beautiful on this side. And I wanted to take this and really dark and dingy on this side. And this hasn't been painted in 20 years. So I wanted to make this video before I painted it. So it should be really nice. Okay. We continue.